Hey, Unbreakable lovers, welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back. Hey, today we want to ask you a question. We want to ask you the question that if there was one thing that you could do this week that would transform your relationship, that would just make it so much easier, what would it be? If there's just one thing. Sometimes we can get so overwhelmed in so many things, looking at our relationship, what's not working, and we just get lost and caught up in it. And it's interesting because a few weeks ago, I got a little bit overwhelmed, Fee, didn't I?
You did.
I did. For those who know me, I'm in the construction industry, and in our state of Victoria in Australia, there's a fair bit going on in the construction industry, and there was just so much stuff that was just really overwhelming me. And it was one Sunday morning, we got up, we went for a bike ride about 3 weeks ago, and we come home, we watched church online. And then I just thought to myself, I'm so overwhelmed. And this thought come to my head, if there was one thing I could do that would take this pressure away at the moment, what would it be? And it sounds weird, but I said to Fee...
I said, clean your bookshelf.
I said, I've got to go down into Hayter, where I work, and I've got to clean my office. Because every time I walked into my office, I was just so overwhelmed. Paper was nearly crawling out of the front door.
Yeah.
And it just get me overwhelmed. It just felt like there were so many things that you know, when I walked into my office, it was just overwhelming. There were so many things I had to do. And sometimes in a relationship, Fee, you know, we can get overwhelmed, can't we? You know, there's so many things we want to be trying to work on.
Yeah, and so we need to ask ourselves, what is the one thing? What is that one thing that you need to work on?
Yeah.
Because we can all do one thing, right? So it might be, look, we need to work on our finances. Fee's doing too much shopping, or
hey, that's a good one for you, Fee.
No, I don't like that one.
I've worked out if we have an argument, what Fee does, she just goes shopping. So it costs me if we have an argument.
It's punishment.
It's punishment.
No,
I'll go
it
and
actually
spend
makes
money.
me feel good.
Yeah, okay.
So, and also there might be a certain child maybe that you're struggling with. It's like we've got to work as a team with this. It might be the meal routine, how we're going to do that. Could be your sex life or the lack of it, or making time for it, or it could be communication. And you know, for example, communication, just spend some time talking and you know, dream about what would be our ideal amount of time that we spent communicating, the ideal place where we would sit, where we would meet, how that would actually work. Dream about it, that a little bit, and then kind of decide, well, what do we need to do to get there? Like, what do I need to do?
But just pick one thing, you know?
One thing. Because,
we get overwhelmed, guys, when we just look at, you know, we're busy, you know, the kids, we're exhausted when we, you know, at 6 o'clock at night, you know. So if you had a conversation just about, hey, well, what is one thing we can do that can tweak our relationship, that will make everything out as easier? It would really transform your relationship.
It would. And then come back and reassess it. Yeah. You know, like work on it, you know, discuss it, and then try it for a couple of weeks and then reassess it.
So, babe, is there any one thing we could be working on better? Let's put her on the spot. Be kind. Be kind. No, be kind to me. Is there any
work-life balance?
Work-life balance. There you go. That's what we need to work on. Thanks, honey.
Yeah. And the funny thing happens when you do that. It's like one of those mobiles that you hang from the ceiling. It's like when one thing shifts, it kind of rebalances and shifts everything else. So it's just start with the one thing.
So we need to have a conversation about work-life balance.
I think we've had hundreds, but we need to... we need to get a few things in place.
Okay.
But you know, just do one thing, because we can get so overwhelmed, and when you get overwhelmed, you don't really acknowledge what is working either. You forget that part. So
yeah, guys, look, big success comes when we work on a few things really well, and you get focus. And so, but we want to encourage you this week, and over the coming weeks, just to have a conversation with your partner and just say, what is one thing that we can do in our relationship to work on over the coming weeks? And if you could do that, I think it would really give your relationship an upgrade.
Yep. Just one.
Looks like we're going to go and have a chat about work-life balance. Have a great day, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.